All right, now that we have seen how we can extract columns from a data frame or series from a data frame, let's look into that data frame a little bit more. So I have called this data frame by calling its name. I have that data frame. Let's look at df underscore student data. I want you to try df underscore um, name of data frame dot info. Let's see what we are going to get. Info is a function, and it is going to say this is a data frame. It has the indices. Your indexes go from 0 to 11, and it has a total of 6 columns. Let's see where those 6 columns are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It does not count that column of index. That is not part of the data frame the way we know it. All right. In the background, pandas keeps track of that. And then columns that I have, student ID, first name, last name, Python grade, operations grade, and age. This is quite useful. It says how many non-null values I have, non-missing values I have. There's no missing value in ID, first name, last name, but there's one missing value in Python grade. There are 3 missing values in operations, and there's no missing value in column of age. And data type, these 3 are strings, and that's why it shows object. These are numerical, and this one is also numerical. This one float, this one is int. It also provides a little bit of information about the memory usage, but that usually is not a huge concern. All right. The reason we are looking at this info, at least in this video, this early in our journey towards learning more and more pandas, is that 2 reasons. Reason number 1, oftentimes when we are reading a data set and we don't know much about it, we first look at info to see how many columns I have, how many missing values I have, and all of that, right? Another reason, more important reason for today's discussion is I want you to see what happens if I do not put those parentheses there, right? If I don't put parentheses there, it is not going to give me the results that I'm looking for. This is not a terrible thing. I mean, it gives you the data frame, but something I want you to notice is that keyword right there, bound method DataFrame.info. If you get that message, bound method data frame, oftentimes it means you are forgetting parentheses, right? Of course, if I put parentheses around it, it is going to give me the info of that data frame. All right. Another sign that you might be forgetting parentheses, if you get an error called function object has no attribute. If you get such an error, most likely you are forgetting parentheses. Let's see what happens if I put parentheses where I shouldn't. All right. Here is one example. df.student, which columns do I have? I have column of age, right? Let me call it, and it's going to give me that series. What happens if I put parentheses in front of it? I'm going to get an error, and the reason we are looking at this error is that remember this keyword right here, right? It says series object is not callable. Forget about the first part. Object is not callable. Most likely in pandas, it means you are putting parentheses where you shouldn't. All right, and if I run this, it's going to go through with no problem. In the follow-up videos, we are going to look at DF students, this one. We are going to look at these columns. We are going to look at column headers or column names. We are going to look at index. And more importantly, part of data processing is data cleaning, or making sure that column names are correct, making sure that column names are in the right format. And we are going to see in situations like this, when there's a space right here and we don't want to have that space, how we can get rid of it. All right.